Hi everyone. In this lecture of RS Logix 500, we are going to go over the compute or mat tab, how we can use them in the program, and what are our options here. First off, we're going to go insert the rung and add a comment above that so we know what it is. This is going to be PLC training as far as the title goes. That okay. And down here, what I want to do is compute math instructions. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, we'll try and bring the instructions here and see how we can use them in the program. The compute always goes to the end. You just need a condition in front and it would execute, or you can leave it to this and it would execute every time. Then we'll add more rungs there and try and do the other ones that we talked about. So most of these are used if you're trying to do like addition, I mean, there's an addition, then you have a subtraction, then there's a multiplication. We got a division. These are the most commonly used ones. The other couple of them, you have a square root, you have negate, convert from and to from BCD, and do a gray code. So I have never used the gray code. I never had a chance for it. So okay, let's start with the compute. We are gonna use floats to do all this stuff. So you can do integers as well. So we may do addition, subtraction using integers, and the rest of the stuff can be done with floats. Okay. So as far as the compute goes, let's go to float. And I want to look at the usage. We don't have anything used. So I want my float to be stored in F08. And the expression I want here is, you can actually start typing. So I want to do is equal in 7 slash, is my slash right? I need to go look at it real quick. I don't really do that much. So, okay. I want to do that. Okay. Let's see if it's right or wrong. Yep, it is right. So what we are going to do is anything in N7, 2, and 3 gets multiplied and put in F8, 0. Okay. Now, addition, as it sounds, you just have to have variables for it. So if I go to my N7 register table, go to usage, I want to add 2 and 3. So A and B, that gets put in 4. So there you go. Now subtraction, I would do subtract 2 from 3 and put it in 5. Now multiplication, we can multiply it. Let's do a float multiplication. So I want to multiply F1 or F8 1 and F8 2. Put it in F8 3. So there you go. Ah, well, I missed it. There we go. Okay. And as far as the division goes, I want to divide. Let's do a division of 5 and 6 and put it in 7. So there we go. Now we have all the registers where we want, and we'll uh, commit to all the changes and send them to the PLC and put it in simulation mode. So I'm going to do a download here like we did in the past videos. Put the PLC back in run mode, and oh, we have a fault since we are trying to divide a 0. It cannot divide a 0, so what I want to do is I'll go offline. I want to add a bit that I can toggle, or actually I can do a comparison. So let's do compare not equal, and F86 should not be equal to 0. Go. Okay. As long as it's not equal 0, we can do the division. I can do the 7 as well. Doesn't really matter. F8 5 as well, not 7. Yeah. As long as both of them are not equal to 0, I can do the division. That way we don't fault the PLC. So we'll download back to it, and put it back into run mode and see what happens. There we go. We didn't fault it. It's in running mode right now. So let's scroll up a little bit, and right here we have 500 in F8. So let's open up N7. 2 and 3 would add up to 500, which is true. So what I want to do is make that 1 and make that 1. Now we have 1 in F8. As you can see, this is the compute. So you can have a big expression here, more or less like a math function to convert your analog input value to something realistic. So you can come up with the whole equation and just type the equation here. It's going to do it for you. So it's pretty handy. You don't have to have a bunch of instructions to do a simple calculation that you already have. There you go. Now on the addition, since we have N7, 2, and 3 with 1 and 1, it's putting 4. It's putting in the destination number 2, which is right. Now as far as subtraction goes, 2 minus 3 it puts the value in destination 5 as 0. So if I make it a 5, now we have a 4. So okay, now as far as the multiplication goes, let's go to the F registers. And what we have is we are multiplying 1 and 2 with and putting it in 3. So we want to multiply 5 with 3, and that's 15. It put 15 in the destination. And now on the division, we want to do 10 divided by 2, which should be 5. There we go. That put a 5 in the register here for us, and that's how we use these instructions. Pretty straightforward, nothing crazy about them. You just want to watch your division so you don't fault the processor. You cannot divide by 0. That's not allowed. So anyways, that's it for the math instructions here. In the next one, we'll go over the move and logical stuff that we have and see what all we can do with them. So, all right, see you in the next lecture.